the odds of you getting mired down in, frankly, nonsense that is unrelated to your goal is very, very high. And if you want to go from, say, $3,000 a month to $15,000 a month or more, how are you going to get there? You need a plan. How are you going to do it? It's not just going to be more of the same. I can tell you that right now. It is not going to be doing more of the same stuff that you've been doing, because the stuff that you've been doing got you to where you are. This is Jason Kanigan, president of Sales on Fire, with a reminder for you, whether you're a business owner, new business owner, sales executive working for somebody else, you need to have a money plan. Do you have a revenue plan? Most people don't. And it is the single most powerful differentiating factor between those who are successful and those who are not that I have seen over the past 20-25 years. Okay? You need a money plan, a revenue plan. How are you going to get there? Imagine deciding that you were going to go from where you are now to the top of Mount Everest and back without a plan, without a map, without a destination, without knowing, other than the ultimate thing that you want to do. That's great, but without knowing the steps along the way and having an idea of what you were going to do and how you were going to get there, what kind of supplies you needed, what kind of personal help you needed, right? Sherpas, for example. Okay, those would be guides along the way, or people to do work for you. Without that stuff, what's going to happen to you? Could you, by sheer luck, make it up and down Everest? Yeah, you could. But odds are you're going to be dead in a crevasse somewhere, aren't you? Odds are you're going to fail to row across the Atlantic Ocean and die in the attempt. Odds are you're going to run out of capital somewhere in Manchuria and not be able to move on from there, right? And get stuck. So without the map, without the plan, the odds of you getting mired down in, frankly, nonsense that is unrelated to your goal is very, very high. And if you want to go from, say, $3,000 a month to $15,000 a month or more, how are you going to get there? You need a plan. How are you going to do it? It's not just going to be more of the same. I can tell you that right now. It is not going to be doing more of the same stuff that you've been doing, because the stuff that you've been doing got you to where you are. And I have seen and experienced personally myself people stuck for years in the same band of revenue. It just gets stuck there because of comfort zones and roles and all the stuff that I've been talking about in this series. It just glom down on you and go, oh, I can't. Like, your RAS is stuck so that it's filtering out everything else except this narrow band of opportunity that fits your comfort zone. That is not going to get you where you want to go. That is not going to get you to the peak. Okay? So get a revenue plan together, get a money plan together. How does this work? You set your target, right? I always say begin with price and back out from there. It took me 2.5 years of my own work experience. I'm in my 6th year now, okay, running my own business. It took me the first 2.5 years after 15 years of corporate executive experience to figure this out. Start with the money you want to make, price. What amount do I want to earn? What's my target? And then back out from there. How many clients do I need? Customers? At what price level? Can my activity level actually support that? How am I going to generate that much? Remember, we need 3 systems, right? Lead generation, qualification, and closing. Does my system, can I envision that supporting that sale target to make that much money? Can it do it? I don't know, right? Wouldn't it be good to know now at the very start of the journey so that you can make adjustments? Rather than getting halfway through and going, oh my gosh, we're never going to get there. All right? You need to plug that in. How many leads do you need? And from what sources are you going to get those leads? There's a ton of places to encounter your target market. How are you going to draw them into you? Get the numbers laid out, understand them, and build to that. How much traffic do you need? How much advertising do you need to buy? What do you need to do to convert these people into buyers? You need to have not every detail laid out. It's not necessary to have all the how, but you definitely need to know the what, okay? Before you get started. Otherwise, like I said, you're going to end up bogged down or in that crevasse and in real trouble. This is Jason Kanigan from Sales on Fire, reminding you the top #1 differentiating factor that I've seen between unsuccessful and successful people is that successful people have that money plan. They have it in place. You can always make adjustments to it, but have it in place. Thanks for watching.